Gulf Coast communities seeing firsthand the damage from Hurricane Delta.
The storm has dissipated for the most part, but not before unleashing heavy rain and winds up to 100 miles per hour.
And tonight we have full coverage of the storm's aftermath and what's next for communities that were hit hard by Hurricane Laura just 6 weeks ago. NewsNation reporter Blake Brown is live in Lake Charles, Louisiana, with an update on the damage, and NewsNation meteorologist Gerard Jabali will tell us more about the storm's track.
But first, we just received new information from Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards. As of now, no deaths have been reported. At least 620,000 power outages have been reported across Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. The governor spoke directly to evacuees, saying Louisiana is not in the clear just yet and that National Guard members are standing by to help.
The National Guard has more than 3,000 National Guardsmen activated in support of emergency operations. They are already moving commodities to set up points of distribution.
The governor went on to say the Guard has more than 1 million meals and bottles of water ready for people in need. Right now, officials across the Gulf are warning of flash floods as the storm moves through. In Louisiana specifically, some 900 people are staying in shelters set up by state leaders.
All right, time now to take a look at exactly what that storm track is going to be as it continues to make its way across the United States.
Everything's sort of changing at the onset of the storm making landfall. We were talking wind, storm surge. Now everything has changed. The storm's weakened significantly, as you can see there on the satellite and radar picture. It is still just a spinning remnant low, but it is still causing problems. Right now, it is a tornado threat, and right now we do have tornadoes ongoing, at least tornado warnings ongoing. Right now, the south side of Atlanta, counties like Clayton, DeKalb, Henry counties in Georgia, also over there near the Georgia-South Carolina border, Oconee County in South Carolina, Rayburn County in Georgia. Those are what's happening right now with those tornado warnings. Nothing's been reported yet, but there have been at least some indication on radar to warrant these tornado warnings ongoing. And there's that one, as you see, near Atlanta. So take shelter if you're in the path of these, as these are very quick spin-ups and can sometimes develop tornadoes, spawn tornadoes in just a matter of minutes, and then they're gone just like that. All right, so we were thinking this was going to be the case, as we talked about yesterday. These systems will bring tornado threats as they move on land, even after they weaken significantly. So today, that threat has been across Alabama and into Georgia, but as you can see, it's been far-reaching even up to the upstate of South Carolina. And we're also tracking more severe weather, not associated with the remnants of Delta, but we have been watching more severe thunderstorms across parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, even into Maine. There was a tornado warning here earlier. Right now, it appears as these are just severe thunderstorms with gusty winds, possibly some hail. So we're tracking 2 areas of severe weather tonight. Not the only system that we're going to see across the nation this week, but there it is. Future radar is going to show what's left of Delta kind of combining forces with this front here, bringing some rainfall across the northeast, where it'll finally die out over there near Boston. And that's one of those systems. And earlier, we saw the rainfall across parts of Louisiana being pretty high on the total. 6 inches, nearly a foot of rain. Now it's going to bring rainfall across the Carolinas, the Appalachian Mountains, up through the northeast. 4 to 6 inches on the table here as we move through the next few days. And once we head into later on tomorrow, now we have another system we're tracking. This one's going to be bringing severe weather chances across parts of the Midwest. That one could, again, be another producer of severe thunderstorms where we will be seeing damaging winds. We'll be tracking that one for you guys a whole lot later on.
All right, Gerard, thank you very much. Joining us now live tonight from Lake Charles, Louisiana, is NewsNation reporter Blake Brown. So, Blake, what is the situation there now?
Well, a much different scene here tonight compared to this time yesterday by all means. Of course, we were dealing with 90-mile-per-hour winds here in the Lake Charles area yesterday as Hurricane Delta came on shore just to the south of us in Creole, Louisiana. You're taking a live look right now here near the downtown area. There's a portion of the building here that has completely fallen over. There's also a lot of large debris piles out here, thousands of them scattered across the community. We've also got video we shot earlier today of a lot of boarded up windows of a taller structure, a taller building in the downtown area. I believe it's the Capital One Tower. They actually lost a lot of windows during Hurricane Laura. We were speaking about that yesterday. That was just 6 weeks ago here when that Category 4 storm impacted the Lake Charles area. So it was not a good situation as this storm came on shore yesterday, being the second storm to impact this area just in a little over a month's time. So the good news, if there is any good news out of this, and I hate saying good news because there's a lot of devastation here, but it does not appear that there is any extra damage, debris, anything like that added on top of what Hurricane Laura already caused, again, over a month ago here in this exact same area. There is still a lot of cleanup to be done, don't get me wrong. That will take not weeks, it'll take months to get all of this debris and get the rebuilding process ongoing here in South Louisiana. I'm Blake Brown, News Nation, Lake Charles, Louisiana.